All right, my friends, welcome to Yogalates. Thanks so much for coming, starting your day with me. Go ahead, start back at your mat. As always, I encourage bare feet. Or if you got yoga socks, that's fine too. Let me get the music on just a little bit higher. We're going to find our breath. We're going to start off with a sun salutation. First two steps, just put your feet about hip width. Nice big breath. I like to go in the nose, bring the arms overhead. Reach through the fingers, draw the abs tight, squeeze your glutes in and press your feet into the floor. Let's take one more breath. Keep reaching higher. And then on that exhale, forward fold, nice and easy. Relax down into your knees. Soften them up if you need to. Let's take 3 breaths on this first one. In the nose. And either out the mouth or out the nose, whichever feels better for you. Just let your head and arms hang heavy as you fold into your knees. 2 more breaths. Stretching the hamstrings, low back. Pushing the chest towards the legs as we fold to the knees. 1 more breath. Unroll the spine up nice and slow. Take a big breath in, sun salutation. Bring the arms overhead, reach through the fingers, draw the abs in tight, press your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes. 1 more breath. On your exhale, forward fold. Let's see if we can get a little bit deeper. We're going to add in a sway this time. So if you have your hands on your shins, ankles, feet, or if you're getting all the way to the floor with me, start swaying the hips. Nice and slow, side to side. 3 breaths. Feel that stretch, move around, folding in a little deeper as we sway, nice and soft. 2 more breaths. Work through those sticking points. Remember, nothing past an 8 of discomfort when we stretch. 1 more breath, swaying the hips, folding into the knees on your exhale. We're going to unroll up, bring the arms overhead, make a finger gun for back bend, standing back bend. Place the fingers, make the finger gun, take a big breath in. And on your exhale, push your hips forward. Reach behind you through your finger gun. Squeeze your glutes. Make sure your abs are in tight. Protect that low back. 2 breaths. Squeeze your glutes in, abs tight, reaching back. 1 more big breath. Okay, come to center. Let's go to a half moon side bend. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, reaching outside, push your hips out as far as you can. It doesn't matter which side you go to. We're going to go right from one to the other. 3 breaths. Pushing the hips over in the opposite direction of our side bend. Make that big half moon. 1 more breath. Good. Come back to your center. Take a nice big breath in. Draw the abs tight. Press the feet into the floor. Opposite side. Half moon. Push the hips out. So we're really pushing those hips over. Keeping the legs pretty straight as we reach through the finger gun. Getting all that good movement in the low back. Hopefully getting some of those adjustments out already. 1 more big breath. Push the hips, reach. Keep your chest tall. Okay, come back to the center. Let's step the feet out nice and wide. We're going to go right into a wide-legged downward facing dog. So go as wide as you can with your feet, but make sure you still feel strong in the legs. Take the hands down to the floor. Stretch your arms out in front of you as far as you can. Make sure you're putting most of your weight on the legs. We shouldn't be on the arms or working the arms on this too much. 80 to 90% of our weight is on the legs. As we dive the head down, reach your arms out as far as you can. Pull your shoulder blades together as you push your chest down towards your mat. 3 breaths. Lengthen the spine, stretch the back and hamstrings. Press those heels firmly into the floor as you dive your head down. 1 more breath. We're going to bend the knees so we can get our chest a little bit deeper and stretch that upper back out. So remember, keep your weight on your legs, stretch your arms out, bend your knees so you can push your chest a little lower towards the floor.
A little bit of weight on the hands, just bending the knee so you can push your chest. Try to get your head ears below your arms. Pull the shoulder blades together. One more breath. Bend the knees as much as you want or as little. Remember, this is your flow. Modify as needed. Play around with the stretches. One more breath. Reach out, push the chest down. Okay, walk the hands back so they're under your chest. You can straighten your legs out. We're going to go right into lateral low lunge stretches. Bend one knee, keep the other leg nice and straight. Try to keep your feet flat so we get some good movement through the ankles, and we're stretching the adductor complex. Inner thighs up into the deep inner hip and groin. Let's keep them moving. Inhale as you come up and transition. Exhale as you go down into the stretch. Here we go. Inhale up. Move with your breath. Exhale down. Feet are staying flat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Trying to get a little deeper each time. Inhale up. Get all the little adjustments, cracks, pops out of the knees and ankles. Here we go. Inhale up. Walk the hands. Exhale down. Inhale up. Keep them going. Stay fluid. Exhale down a little deeper into the stretch. Let's do two more on each side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Here we go. One more each side. Inhale up. Exhale down, and our final lateral low lunge. Inhale up, take it over low as you can. Exhale down. Okay, perfect. Come back to center. Unroll the spine up, nice and slow. Let's take it down to our mat. Make sure you can see me, whatever position you're in, floor, standing. Come to the back edge of your mat, kneel down. We'll start in child's pose. I like to have my feet close together and my knees a bit wider, like hip width. You play around with that. Sink back, low as you can. Stretch your arms out, lower your chest, head down towards your mat. Really, really fold as deep as you can into your mat. 3 breaths on this first one. Stretch those arms out real big, all the way out through the fingers while you push your butt back onto your heels as you fold down into your mat. 2 more breaths on this first one. Play around with it, shimmy the hips, knees. Find that perfect spot where you can get as deep into your hips as you can. 1 more breath. We're going to stretch the lats out good. We're going to do a little sequence, really focus in on the upper back and lats. Okay, come into table pose. Let's start with a single arm lat stretch. Take your left arm out in front of you with a karate chop position with your hand. So your thumb is up, kind of like a karate chop position. Keep your right hand anywhere out to your side. We're going to push the chest down. We're going to really reach out through those left fingers, keep in the karate chop position. As you push your chest down, you should start feeling a really good stretch on your left lats, kind of right behind the armpit and shoulder blade, out to the side of the shoulder blade. And then you're going to twist and kind of try to look behind you over your right shoulder. So we have the left arm out. We're twisting to the right and kind of looking up and over that right shoulder as you push the chest down. 3 breaths. Right hand is anywhere on the floor for stability. Keep yourself in a good, strong position. Great last stretch. 2 more breaths. Pushing the chest down, reaching out through the karate chop hands, twisting and looking up and over that right shoulder 1 more time. Great. Let's go right to the other side. Slide that left arm back. Karate chop the right arm out as far as you can in front of you. Push your chest down. Right here where I'm grabbing is where we're getting a really great stretch. Make sure you're feeling that. Push your chest down, twist and look over your left shoulder as you take the chest towards the floor and you reach out through your karate chop position hand. 3 breaths as always. That's our magic number. 3 breaths past our sticking points every time. 2 more breaths. One more breath. We're going to do a little thread the needle with a thoracic T twist. Okay, come back to table pose. That sounds kind of scary, but it's not a big deal. We've done it before. Take the right hand out in front of you. Left hand is threading through, so we're going to do that classic thread the needle. Palm is up. That left arm comes across. We come all the way down on top of that shoulder. Keep the right hands out in front of you a little bit. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths to start, and we're going to add in that thoracic T twist. So as I push my chest down, you should start feeling a good stretch behind your shoulder blade. That left arm a little bit lower than where we were stretching with that last stretch. More lower over the shoulder blade. 2 breaths. And again, if you kind of twist and look over your left shoulder as you reach that left arm through, twist and look to your left, you should get a little bonus stretch. You should feel that stretch intensify a little bit. So we got leverage on the elbow. We're pushing down on top of the arm and twisting, looking left for 1 more breath. Then we're going to unroll that arm out. We're going to keep that right hand planted firmly, and that left arm's going to come up, and you're going to reach behind you for 3 breaths. Keep your palm forward, turn your head, look up your left arm, and on your exhales, reach back a little bit more, 2 more breaths. Again, pretend like that imaginary wall is behind you, and you're trying to get your back nice and flat against it. Try to keep your arms somewhat in line. Ooh, there's a second adjustment. 1 more breath, reaching up through the fingers, palm is forward. We're turning the head, looking up the left arm, reach behind you last time. Okay, come on down. Let's give that right arm a break. Whew. Let's put that left arm forward. Thread the needle through with the right arm. All the way across. Get that right arm as long as you can. Palm is up. Make sure your palm is up on that right hand. Push your chest down. Now twist and look over your right shoulder as you push your chest down. 3 breaths. I don't know what is going on with this microphone cord today. It's trying to strangle me. 2 more breaths. One more breath. I'm just going to blame Stephanie. She used it last. She used it with dead batteries and the tangled up cord. That's just between me and you guys. You don't need to tell her any of that stuff. I pick my battles wisely. 1 more breath. Oh, good. Okay, here comes our thoracic T twist. Unroll that right arm out, nice and slow. Maybe get a little better view now of that transition. Reach up and back behind you. Palm forward. 3 breaths. Plant that left arm firm and try to keep your arm somewhat in line. Flatten that back out. Reach up through the fingers. Turn your head. Look up your right arm. 2 breaths. Really good stretch on the low back, mid-thoracic spine. 1 more breath. Good rotation in the spine. Oh, good. Come down. Let's go to child's pose 1 more time. Sink it back. Let's give the hips and arms a break. Recover, restore. Turn that music down just a hair. I hope that wasn't overbearing for you guys. Stretch the arms out. Let's take a few little recovery breaths. All the way in the nose, all the way out the mouth. We're going to get on those hands and shoulders again. I just want to give your wrists and shoulders a little break. I know we spend a lot of time on the knees and on the wrists in this type of flow I do. As always, give yourself breaks anytime you need to as we go through things. We're going to jump right into heel presses. We're back on the hands, step the feet back, come to full prone plank position and dive the head down. Let's take things up a notch. We're starting to get loose. Let's get blood flowing. So we do our heel press. We're turning and bending one knee in as we press the opposite heel. of the straight leg into the floor. And you're getting a great stretch. Back of the ankle all the way up into the calves and maybe even into the hamstring attachments below the knees. Those hamstrings attached all the way below the knee. You should feel a really good stretch on those too. Use your breath. I'm just doing about 3 to 5 second transitions and sequences. You move your breath. When we do these types of stretches, don't worry about following me exactly. It's all about your breath. Here we go. 3 more. Bend the knee, twist in, fold your head down a little bit towards your bent knee if you want to pick that stretch up more. 2. 1 more time. Flatten your back out. We're going to cross the right leg under to pigeon. Cross that right leg under, pigeon pose, and slide that left leg back as straight as you can. And remember, don't roll to your side. It's tempting, but you're going to get out of the stretch. There should be a nice little gap between that outer right glute hip, of the leg we have crossed under, and the floor. And we slide that left leg back straight as you can. If you feel able, now we fold into our mats. We'll take our 3 breaths past it. I think I just figured out what the problem with the microphone was. It was wrapped around the mouthpiece. Oh, that's so much better. 2 more breaths, folding down. If you can get all the way to your mat, you got that back left leg completely flat and straight, really stretch those arms out in front of you as flat as you can. This is one of my favorite stretches. After I use my Theragun on the back of my hips, I do these afterwards. It's like I got brand new hips. Let's give it 1 more breath. Those are some dense muscles back there. They take a while to relax and lengthen, get a good stretch in them. Okay, bring the hands under your shoulders. So sit up as tall as you can. We're holding our pigeon position. Make sure you have that back left leg as straight as you can. That's really important for this next pose. Head, chest tall. Then you're going to walk your hands to the right over that right leg and just turn and look behind you. You should feel a really good hip flexor stretch on the front of that back left leg. 3 breaths. So we're twisting through the hips, keeping that right leg crossed under in position. And we're keeping that back left leg really straight. 2 more breaths. Use your hands to just kind of support your body to keep it as upright as you can. Head, chest up as tall as you can as you twist and look over your right shoulder. Let's do 1 more breath and we're going to just transition right to the other leg into pigeon. Come back to center. Have the hands under the shoulders. Bring your back left knee off the floor. Draw your right leg back so you're in full prone plank position. Cross the left leg under to pigeon. Any way you can make that transition is fine. Follow the same steps. Slide that right leg back straight. If you feel able, fold down into your pigeon. 3 breaths. Always working through the sticking points, but not going past an 8 of discomfort. Laying into it, use your breath. I feel like these songs, some are louder, some are a little more quiet. Like I said yesterday, I need a DJ. I need my own DJ for those classes. Let's take a couple more breaths into it. Take it slow. Stretch those arms out if you're getting all the way flat. Keep trying to slide that back right leg further and further away, flatter and straighter. 1 more breath. We're going to sit up tall. The legs are going to stay exactly where they are. Make sure that back right leg is really straight. Head, chest up tall. Reach the crown of your head to your ceiling. Pull your shoulders back. Get your torso as upright as you can. Then you twist and walk the hands to the left as much as you're able to and look behind you over that left shoulder. 3 breaths. We're going to get off the knees after this. So when we're finished, a couple more breaths in our pigeon twist. We'll just sit on your bottom with your legs out in front of you. One more breath. Ooh, this side is tight. Okay, come back to your center. Go ahead and just kind of let your butt roll to the side so you can swing your legs out in front of you. And let's get off the knees. I really try to not be on the knees too much, just kind of the nature of this class. And as always, I encourage you, if you're at home on a hard floor, double your mat up, get a couple of mats or put something underneath, a towel, soften the knees up. Let's start in a wide-legged position. Put the legs out 45 degrees, have the toes pointing up and flexed, and walk the hands forward nice and slow. Let's stretch the inner hips and thighs. So pushing the chest towards the floor. As you walk out, straight, you're going to feel your heels kind of being forced to dig into the floor. That's a good thing. That means you're keeping your knees straight. Don't feel any motion from your knees. 3 breaths. We're walking all the way up the tips, pushing the chest, head towards your mat, reaching out through the arms. Let's take one more breath, and we're going to go to knee. All right, great. Walk the hands over to your left foot or ankle as low as you can grab and fold to your left knee for 3 breaths. Nothing has moved. We still got the legs out wide in a big V shape. Knees are locked. You're grabbing your shin, ankle, or foot as low as you can grab, gently folding that left knee. 2 more breaths. Should be able to get a little bit deeper as we single out one at a side at a time here. Let's take one more breath, and we'll slowly walk the hands over to the right foot or ankle or shin as low as you can grab. Keeping the legs nice and straight. Fold to your right knee for 3 breaths. Be careful, each side of the body is different, especially with hip girdle muscles. Very normal to have a tighter side somewhere in your hip girdle. 2 breaths, take it slow, folding into that right knee on your exhales. In the nose, out the mouth and nose as you fold. One more time. And then make sure you have room behind you. We're going to unroll back or go to your side, however you can find yourself flat. Use your abs if you need to unroll back. Bring the arms behind you. You know, I love a good morning stretch once we have the opportunity. Get as big as you can, as long as you can. Reach back through your fingers. Reach down through your toes for 3 breaths. Just decompress, get a nice full body stretch. Let's give it one more nice big breath. Bring the knees to your chest, hug them down as firmly as you can. Push your chest into your knees. Turn yourself into the smallest little ball you can make. Hug those knees really firmly. Squeeze your abs in. 3 breaths. Pushing the chest into the knees. One more nice big breath. Okay, good. Put your left leg down straight. Put your right leg up as straight as you can over your hip. Sometimes I do these seated. We're going to do them laying today. It's a single lying hip twist with a straight leg. You're going to feel the stretch a lot more on your IT band and on that lateral hamstring head, biceps femoris, that big one, right below the IT band. Put your right arm out to your side with your palm up. In fact, put it not just out to your side, stretch it out 45 degrees. So we're gonna really oppose, we're gonna put that arm out about 45 degrees from the shoulder. I got my left hand to the outer right side of my right leg on the calf, and then I'm gonna just pull that right leg over towards the left as far as you can without bending the knee and without letting that right shoulder lift. And we'll take 3 breaths past your sticking point. Wall in my way. I'm sure some of you are having this similar problem. 2 breaths. Straight leg, right shoulder down as you take it over. Lock that knee out. Ooh, it's a really big stretch. You should be really feeling that in the outer kind of back side of the thigh, especially below to the side of the kneecap. Last breath, we'll go right to the other side. Come back to your center. You can bend the knee as you come back. Extend that right leg down straight. Bring the left leg up as straight as you can, as high as you can. The leg has to be straight. So if your hamstrings are really tight and you can't come over the hip, you need to just be down here a little bit. But the knee has to be straight. Right hand to the outside of the thigh. Ditch my pack here. Left arm out 45 degrees from the shoulder with the palm up. And let's take that left leg over, keeping that knee really straight. Find your sticking point. And as always, take 3 breaths past it. Use that right hand to guide that left leg over just a little bit past your comfort point. Hold it. Try to move through it on your breath. 2 more. Let's do 1 more. Nice big breath into it. Okay, come back to your center. Bring both knees to the chest. Hug them down comfortably and massage your back and spine side to side. Start cooling down and recovering, focusing on the breath a little bit. We're going to go into our Shavasana. We'll just take 5 nice, long, deep belly breaths, get lots of oxygen back in the body. And then we'll sit up and get into a cross-legged position, and we'll finish with just a little gentle neck stretching. Get the neck moving. I can tell we didn't stretch the neck out at all. It's the only thing on me that feels tight still. Okay, put the legs down straight one at a time. Let's go into our corpse pose, our Shavasana practice. You guys know I'm not real big on meditating, but I do believe there is a lot of benefit to getting lots of oxygen in the body once you've done a really good long full body stretch. Palms are up to the sides, toes are pointing out, heels are in, close your eyes. 5 big, long, deep belly breaths. Really feel your stomach diaphragm open up, expand all the way in the nose. Every bit out the mouth or nose, whichever feels right to you. Here we go, 4 more. Three big, long, deep belly breaths, long as deep as you can. Two more, here we go. One more big, long, deep belly breath. Great. Bring your arms behind you. Stretch out through the fingers, through the toes. Just open yourself up. Before you sit yourself up, nice big good morning stretch. And when you're ready, sit yourself up any way you like. Just get into a cross-legged position. You can relax your arms on your legs or knees or to your sides, whichever feel better for you. Tuck your chin into your chest. We're going to do a handful of neck rolls to finish things off today. So keep the chin to the chest. Then we're just going to kind of roll the left ear over the left shoulder, stretch that right side of the neck out. Take a breath in. Look up high to the sky, and on your exhale, as we bring that right ear down to the right shoulder, let the chin roll back across the chest. Keep them going. Inhale, look up. Exhale as you roll down and feel that stretch on each side of the neck as you inhale and round up. Feel that stretch as you exhale and round it down. Let's do 5 in each direction. Here we go. 3 more. Inhale up. Bigger circles when you feel ready. Exhale down. Please be very careful though when we do neck stretches. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do 1 more in this direction just for good measure. Left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, look up and back high to the sky. Exhale down. Bring your chin back to your chest. Let's do 5 in the other direction. Right ear to right shoulder. Look up high to the sky. Left ear down to left shoulder. Here we go. 4 more. Take them slow. Use your breath. And 3 more. Inhale, rolling up. Get all those little creaks, cracks, and pops out of the C-spine. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Those neck muscles loosened up. 1 more time. Here we go. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Look high to the sky. Exhale down, left ear to left shoulder, chin back to the chest, and then just bring your head up. Ooh. I think that is where we'll go ahead and end our flow today. Thank you guys so much for being with me. Pause our recording. I hope you liked that one. A little different.